So alhamdulillah. Avoid talking to non-mahram men except, in a beautiful example of the shyness that women are supposed to have when they interact with strange men. And we see it all the time in the Muslim community in the world, because alhamdulillah. But non-Muslims don't understand it a lot of times. Is this, but in a very beautiful story, and it's how women should be, right? You know, and Allah revealed these things for a reason. The Quran is constantly teaching us when Allah mentions incidents and episodes in the life of the prophets. Right? So it was Musa alayhi salam, when he had left Egypt, right? On the run from Pharaoh. And he came to a spot, I forgot what the spot it was, all right? And he said, lay down for rest, and there was a well there by, and there was a bunch of men watering their animals. And then there was two young girls there, but they stayed away. And so Musa, what's your situation? Well, our father's old, he can't come out and get the water, so we had to come and do it, but we didn't want to mix with the men. We had to stay back until they finished. And so Musa went and got the water for him, because if he didn't, they'd probably take all the water and the women wouldn't have anything. But out of their shyness. So a lot about ulama and scholars, they always mention this as a lesson and a sign of how the women, the shyness of the women and whatnot, you see. And so Musa, alhamdulillah, he took care of them, and then they went on about their business. They didn't have a whole lot of conversation. And then check this out. And so when one of them came back, when they went home, they said, we met this man, and he helped us with our water, and he seemed to be trustworthy, and so forth and so on, and maybe you can hire him, And so we'll go get him. Go bring him back to me. And so one of the girl, they went and got Musa. I had a conversation with my father, but my father wants to meet you. See? And so as they went back to where her father was, and so as they were walking, Musa said, let me walk in front of you. You walk behind me. Look at this, man. SubhanAllah. All right? And she walked behind him. She would throw a rock, according to the tafsir, she would throw a rock when we had to go a certain way, she would throw it to the right, so he knew he had to turn. So he walked, keeping the distance from her, never looking back at her. That's the modesty of Islam. Sisters, brothers, it's the modesty of Islam. Oh, the world is so corrupted. It's so filthy with immodesty. Like the hadith says, if you have no shame, do as you wish. And so these salient, episodes in the life of the prophets, they're lessons for us, man. Our way is superior. How we respect and treat our women. Kissing them and hugging them and putting your hands all on them. And that's why they have the fitna in the world today. And, every time you turn around, there's somebody saying, me too, right? Another one then fell from grace, messing with the women, because the culture, hug me, hey girl, hug me, and I kiss women. That's what I do. We don't do that. We don't play that. You know what? Even before Islam, I didn't play that. Before Islam, they come in Islam and Allahu Akbar, I'm putting your hands on my wife. No, you're supposed to give her. No, what are you doing? The same way, and the same thing, when our women, and this is part of the ghira of the man that Allah put in that protective ghira, if they don't dress properly, their clothes too tight, you got to put them in check. Yo, sweetheart, no. You got to cover that. Here's the appropriate dress. People oversee that and make sure, because men will look. Men will look. We look. That's what the problem. Men will look. Even the best of men will look. Like, give me an example. The best of men will look. Give me an example. Anybody? Give me an example. We'll look at a beautiful girl. Give me an example. Anybody want to try it?
But doesn't that example that came to mind is like when the woman puts perfume on?
No, not that. But that could be. But the answer I'm looking for is subhanAllah. But the Prophet ﷺ told Ali ibn Abi Talib, he said, Ali, if you see a woman that attracts you, Allah will forgive you that first accidental, inadvertent look. But if you look a second time, you've transgressed. All right? So it's natural. In other words, it's natural. You know, the problem is it's natural. You're beautiful. Wow. Men, come on, don't act like you don't do that. And sisters, don't think your husband don't do that. Come on, man, no. So I end up marrying you. Saw you. Like that. I want to marry her, yeah. Okay, so the Prophet told Ali, and by extension telling us, if you naturally, see a beautiful person, okay, you see it, okay, you got caught. That's natural. Allah will forgive you for that. But if you turn, let me take another look now. That's not correct. You see?
Wow.
See how perfect our deen is. SubhanAllah. So we have to guard. That's why the whole idea of lowering the gaze. Allah reveal and lower your gaze. Wow. Tell the women, don't be too soft of speech. All these little etiquettes, man, to teach us, the appropriate conduct to have when we interact with people, and to protect our families and our marriages. Alhamdulillah. Ain't this good stuff, man?
Yes, sir.
This is good stuff, right? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Business and school and talking to non-mahram and out of necessity, it's understood. Just be mindful, that's all. You can talk. You can be, we can't talk to no man. No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying when you do, just be business. Take straight to the point, alhamdulillah, and move on what you got to do. All right? Save the soft speech for your husband. Avoid hurting his feelings. These, again, secondary, as we say, secondary duties, all right, or rights that a husband has. Avoid hurting your husband's feelings, or bringing any kind of harm to him. All right, hurting people's feelings intentionally and harming. Sheikh Uthaymeen in his book on akhlaq, and he mentioned three issues is the essence of what character. 3 issues is the essence of what character is all about. 3 issues defines character. And he said, Allah, he said, to smile. Wow. To smile at people. Because smiling reflects a positive and a good attitude. Smile. When you see a sister and you see a brother, or you meet people. People say, he's nice. I like that. She's so, it's character, man. Number 1, okay? Number 2, to do some good for them. To do some good. To be good to that person. Do some good. That's number 2. An action of do good. To give them something. Some money or some, whatever, just do something good. Number 3, don't harm them. Don't harm them. Don't hurt them. Don't put your hands on them. Don't violate them. Right? Don't injure their feelings knowingly. What you do, man, you ever ride up and you're in the hood. That was a favorite conversation of people in the hood. You looking at. I don't like the way he looked at me. He dissed me, man. These people pull out guns and start shooting at each other. Ya Allah. SubhanAllah. Yeah, ain't real. Yeah. You're looking at me like that, man. So these are. Am I making sense? Yeah. Okay, we just about. What time we make? So we. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm not gonna take no more breaks. Okay. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna go right to 30, so that we can make salat and eat.
Yeah.
We have some food. Yeah, we have some food. Okay, everybody, some nice food. It's being catered, inshallah. You okay? All right. To look beautiful and pleasing to him. Okay? This is right. All right, man's right over his wife, and he wants her to look beautiful. Make no mistake about it. Men like their women to look beautiful. When they look beautiful, a man goes say, "You look beautiful, baby." That's right. And brother, if your wife dress up, and tell her, man, you're beautiful, man. I like the hairstyle. I like this. Alhamdulillah. You know, and then when your husband coming home, subhanAllah, man, you know, get ready for him. You know, and I don't mean you got to be intimate. He's not even just to look nice. He's coming home, alhamdulillah. Because he gonna look at you and say, "Man, you look so nice." It's okay, you know. That's what keeps the relationship, you know, alive. So the man has a right to that. That's why the Prophet said, you know, the best of the women are those when he looks at her, he's pleased. That's all. So we all want our wives to look beautiful. This way, when they look beautiful and elegant, you know, smelling good and not when we're home, not smelling when you go outside. You know, just to, you know, it creates a kind of ambiance, you know, in the home, in the room, it make you, oh man. Imagine you come home to a nagging wife and dropping all the problems on you, and you never want to make yourself look nice. It's not good. I'm telling you the truth, man. I'm telling you what I've read and what I've studied from the scholars of Islam, and just men, you know, talking about these issues and these things. Because, you know, the problems that we have in our marital relationship, you know, the non-Muslims have some of these same problems too. Same issues, huh? But ours are different, though, in a lot of different ways. And we have guidance, though, see? We have guidance, inshallah, okay? And of course, there's so many stories, you know, in the Prophet's life, you know, where he exemplified, you know, these things that I'm telling you. All right? And I mentioned some of them to you, and I can't mention all of them. It would be all day. You know, but the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was the husband, what? Extraordinary. And that's our model, man. That's our model. That's all of our model. That's the sister's model as well, because in terms of conduct. And of course, his wives, alhamdulillah, you know, not their mistakes, but their demeanor and their attitude with each other, and their working and their support of the Dawah and the work for establishing Islam, alhamdulillah, they are the examples. And being on the same page, you know, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, being on the, you know, the Prophet, well, they were on the same page. You know, they was about establishing the deen, you know, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They, you know, and y'all remember and I mentioned it earlier in brief, you know, where the Prophet boycotted his wives, you know, for about 29 days, and everybody thought he was divorcing them. You know what I'm saying? All right? But because they was nagging him and bucking him about more money, all right? And so he had a standard. Look, we ain't about no money. We're about the hereafter. And so if y'all going to stay with me, he gave him an ultimatum. Y'all going to stay with me, man. You know, we've got to be on the same page. We got to be on the same page in terms of, hey, you know, look, you know, we on a mission. Establish our deen. So look, if you want the dunya, I'll give you the dunya and all of this stuff, because, you know, the brothers, I mean, you think about it, the brothers, the companions been out doing jihad, and they got the booty, and they bringing in, and the money is coming in. That's what the women saw. Everybody's getting paid. Everybody getting some of the spoils of war and getting more wealthy, and we the wives of the Prophet, we ain't got nothing. You see, so they wanted some of that too. That's why they bugged him. Why aren't you stockpiling stuff? You the leader. You the king. You know, all this stuff is at your disposal. Why we got to live in a poor life? Probably got mad. You women, man, don't y'all understand that this is a mission to establish Allah deen? You know what I'm saying? For the love of Allah and for the hereafter. So if you with that, you know, then you stay. If you're not with that and you want the world, I'll let you know, and I'll give you some of that. I tell the brothers to give you y'all share, and I'll set y'all free. And what did they choose? Yeah, we chose Allah and His Messenger and the movement. I love those stories, man, okay? So, again, the Prophet is our example, inshallah. Now we move on to my last episode today, okay? And now we get into some real good stuff. Some real good stuff, some real cute stuff, some humbly, so, nice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir, He says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُمْ مِنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ وَمَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. We're familiar with this ayat. I mentioned it earlier. It's one of the ayats that we use when we marry people. And among his signs is that he created for you from yourselves, your spouses, that you may find tranquility in them, and he placed between them love and mercy. Okay? Wow. That's a beautiful verse. Look at it like this. So Allah said that He created us in mates in marriage, right? For this. For that purpose. Oh, that's the goal. See, that's the goal. Tranquility, harmony, and peace. Love. Mercy. See? That's where the love thing come in. The love and the tranquility, harmony, and peace, love and mercy. See? Now you think about that. You think about people and families that reflect that. Very few. There are some, okay? And then, of course, most of us, we're working toward that. This is what we want. This is what we want. No? This is what we want.
No.
That's the idea. So Allah's laid it out for us. See? And I say this ayah, it establishes for us the standard, if I'm not using the right word. The standard that we should measure our relationship with our families, man. Peace, harmony, love, mercy. Is it there? If it's not, we have to keep working at it. If I got it?
No.
You got to keep working at it. Got to keep working at it. That's the standard. Allah has created us to be married and all, have married spouses and children to be married. All right? So that you can live like this. So you can live like this. Blows it's a mind blower. Think about it. So this is how Allah wants us to be. And so you have to ask yourself, where's my family and where's my relationship? My wife, my husband, my children. Where are we at in terms of this standard here? SubhanAllah. Tranquility, harmony, peace. Tranquility, harmony, and peace. Sakeen, that's the Arabic word. Sakeen. Sakina. SubhanAllah. How's your home, brothers? How's your home, sisters? We have that. What about the love thing that we thought we had when I first met her and met him? What? Where's the real love now that comes as a work, as a result of working toward that, struggling toward that, and getting to know that person that you've been living with and married to, and you know their qualities, and you appreciate their qualities, and you love them for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Over years, you become, pleased and happy, with what you got in terms of virtue. That's when the real love kicks in. He said, I love this person. And brothers, the man said, he said, oh, Ya Rasulullah, I love so-and-so. And the Prophet said, go tell him. Those who you love, you tell them you love them. I love my wife. Then tell your wife you love her. What's wrong with you? Tell her you love her. You tell a brother. You tell a brother you love him for the sake of, and you don't tell your wife you love her for the sake of Allah. And more. Ya Rasulullah, who you love? Aisha. He said it publicly for everybody. Ya Rasulullah, who you love? Aisha. I don't mean the women, I mean the men. Abu Bakr. Umar. I did not stop asking. You see? What are you mentioning Aisha? He's teaching us. Tell your spouse you love them, man. That's right. And mean it too, man. Get joy from it. You know, love, man. You're not in the whole. Yeah. Long we've been together, I don't love you. Something wrong. Something wrong. We miss it. We miss the ayat. We hear it when we get married. And the Imam gives the khutbah. We hear it, and what, but it don't go through. It's like taqwa. Don't go through. And we don't change. We keep moving along, same old stuff. That's why we have to pay attention to this stuff. This stuff is from this information and these things that I'm talking about. This is from the messenger of Allah. The Prophet is saying this. We have to imagine ourselves listening to the Prophet. These things is a reminder. Okay, so that's the standard. Measure your relationship with your family by that. This ayah in the Quran in Surah Rum. Okay. So the bottom line, in terms of attaining that, see, that's the issue now. How do we get there? Because not only is it a standard, all right, but it's a definition of what a successful and happy marriage is. Got me? No. It's a standard. You say, yeah, okay, but it lets us know, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the definition. That's what. Successful, and how do I attain a happy and successful marriage? That's what this last segment is about. Okay? How do I attain a happy and successful marriage? That's what we all want. All right? And so we're going to use that definition. Okay? Tranquility, love, and mercy. Every home should be filled with that. But you got to work at it. Just don't, okay? And when it comes, it doesn't mean it's mistakes-free. No. I already gave you the example of Rasulullah and his wife. Everybody got that? Yeah. So we ain't on no trip about everything is like a fairy tale and no. Okay, struggle. But there's harmony in the struggle, and there's love and mercy. And mercy implies forgiveness and kindness to each other. Your spouse and your children, yeah. You feel me? Okay. So how do we get that now? Okay, so I got some points, and we're gonna close out with this here, okay? How do we get to that tranquility and that love and that mercy? How do we get that kind of relationship in our homes and alhamdulillah in our marriage?